It's actually morning. This is a good thing. They're still here.
I'm still here. I'm due 1 month from today.
And you have a house now.
I know.
The baby's not going to be born under a bridge. Right?
Well, we moved this weekend, so I better not go into labor before Sunday.
Otherwise, he's going to have to move by himself, right?
He's going to have to move by himself anyway, but yes.
Let's get into details.
It was a quick council meeting today, which don't know what that means, but always glad when things go through quickly. I want to talk about the health benefits contract for our city workforce and some of the changes that have been made over the last 2 weeks. We ended the current health benefits contract 3 years ago, and we were on a mission. And that mission was to drive a wellness message through our workforce and to do what we could through trying to have a healthier workforce to rein in what were really out of control health insurance costs. The city spends just under $300 million each year to provide health insurance benefits to our employees, retirees, and their dependents. And there's more than 60,000 people in our pool of insured. We had made the decision to go to a self-insured program at the same time that we focused on wellness. And as I have stood before you before and talked about, we had some surprises when we started focusing on wellness. And the biggest surprise was that we found people who didn't know they had certain significant health issues. We discovered that our health care costs actually bumped up instead of going down, not because the per capita cost went up, but we found new problems. Undiagnosed cancer, a lot of diabetes, pre-diabetes issues. And so we learned through the process, but the good news is that our workforce, our covered and insured, stuck with the wellness program. We had, my understanding, the highest rate of participation of any of the employee groups that are in a similar Cigna plan for employee wellness. And after we got through that flurry of, oh my gosh, I didn't know I had prostate cancer, or oh my gosh, I didn't know I had this particular problem, the costs dropped down to the expected levels. We had been cautiously optimistic as we finally saw the trend turn, but I will point out that if you look at our health benefits costs over the last 3 years and the projected next year, it's been flat. We turned the corner on health benefits costs, we have predictability, and we have a healthier workforce. As late as last year, last half of last year, we didn't know that we would finally have turned the corner. And we actually moved some money from the general fund. We didn't go to our, our employees for their premiums, but we moved some money in the general fund just to make sure we had a cushion to cover all of the expenses that came through. We didn't need it. We paid that cushion back. As insurance, I shouldn't use that word, as a precautionary measure, if the trends had continued to go up, we raised our premiums. The City of Houston pays 75%. Our employees pay 25% of our health premiums. And we wanted to make sure that we completely covered any expected costs going forward. But the trends we had begun to see kept moving in the right direction. And as we have done throughout our relationship with our employee groups, we've said, if we work together and we see success, we're going to share in that success. If we see that driving this wellness program drives down healthcare costs, we will pass on those benefits to our covered insured. And that's exactly what we've done. The first step came about 2 weeks ago when I looked at the data and I said, we did some things with our copays. We raised the copays for specialists and we raised the copays for medication. And I said, I don't want to do anything that might cause someone not to take their medication, because that would impact the trends we're seeing of a healthier workforce. And I don't want to do anything that would inhibit someone from seeking out specialist care if they need it. So since I am confident that the numbers are going in the right direction, and on my authority as mayor I could make this decision, I said, we're going to roll the copays back. Again, sharing the benefit with our employees. Hope, and Mr. Hughes as the president of Hope, pushed back and said, Mayor, we appreciate that, but we think the numbers look even better than you do. Go back and look at it again. I got a little stubborn, and I said, I'm happy with what I've done. Let's wait a little bit longer. And they said, but please go back and look. And we went back and scrubbed the numbers more seriously and looked at the long-term trends in our healthcare costs and said, you know, I was right that we really made the right decision on reducing the copays, but they were right as well that the trends were continuing. We had another month of data in that interim week, and I made the decision that we could, thanks to the hard work of our employees and their participation in wellness, roll our health benefits costs back. And so I'm proud to say that effective September 1st of this year, we will reduce what had been an increase in copays, or increase in premiums for the city and our employees from 14.9%. We're going to roll that back to year over year 8.7%. So every employee will have a reduction in the health benefits cost that is taken out of their paycheck for participating in our health benefits plan, and the changes that we put into place to roll back the copays on medications and specialist care will stay as well. This is good news. It's exciting, and I am glad to be standing here with representatives of our employee workforce, as we did, Mr. Hughes, as we did with our salary contract, where we said if the city's revenues turned around over a certain percent, we'll give you one, if under a certain percent, we'd give you one raise. Over a certain percent, we'd give you a higher raise. We made that higher mark. You worked with us, and there was a reward there, and that was through hard negotiating with Hope. This is a process where, once again, it required all of us working together to have success. So, as of September 1st, we are amending the cost to our employees, rolling back the cost to our employees for their health benefits to an increase year over year of 8.7% instead of the 14.9%. Every employee will be taking more money home in their paycheck, and in the cost of the health care that they receive if they use those benefits, there will be a reduction in the cost of medications and a reduction in the cost of seeing specialists. The impact going forward, we won't know. We are in the process of issuing a request for proposals from insurers for a new health benefits contract to take place next year. So this will carry us through the end of this contract period into next May. And I'm also happy to say, and I know that Mr. Hughes will confirm, that we have kept our employee groups, and saw Ray Hunt out there that was in the audience earlier today from our police group. We've done our best to keep all three of our employee unions apprised of where we are on health benefits, because we are in fact all in this together. Are there any questions about this?
Mayor, what is the total aggregate of savings to the city based on this new finding of yours, and how much is the cost savings to the actual employee across